Welcome, friends, gamers, and other enthusiasts to the BoydofZINJ channel. I hope you enjoy your time here and the video. Please like, subscribe, do all the bell icons, and comment. It really does help small content creators like myself and others by doing so. If you click on the notifications, it may even let others and the YouTube gods know that they may enjoy these videos. With that being said, let's play. Starsector with Nexerelin and other mods, episode 2. I want to start building a small fleet. Of course, the first thing in our priority is we need to build up some money. So let's take a look. I just loaded up the game. We have 1 point to spend, and I'm thinking somewhere in yellow and blue. Yes, if I was a combat only ship, the orange, or fleet maybe green, but I'm going to start building up my economy first. I'm thinking the extra cargo capacity and fuel capacity will really help us out. That'll let us explore more of the galaxy, or sector, I should say. It's not a galaxy, it's a sector. So that's how I'll go with. If you disagree with my choice, let me know in the comments below. Please, I do appreciate it. Or if you see anything else I'm doing wrong, or have a suggestion on either naming conventions or anything else I'm doing, let me know in the comments below. I would really appreciate some feedback and maybe, some helpful tips on Starsector. Again, I've only played a few dozen hours, and I've never really done certain things. And like episode 0 suggested, I have certain plans. But first, goal number 1, not to go broke. So I need to start making sure I can afford the stuff I buy. And that's where we're going to start off on. We ended last episode at the prison Freeport. So I don't think I looked at anything there. Let's look at stuff here and see if we can upgrade or buy anything additional. I decided to go to the bar first, and lo and behold, I see an option to examine your tripod. A meaningless error message appears on the screen. Before you can try the system management utility, without any input, something appears on your screen display. The swirling voxels form an ethereal shape, an avatar of the kind only used by the dreaded remnants, or by people imitating the imagery of the remnants. But no mere imitator could penetrate your device's security so easily. BoydofZINJ, the stranger intones, drawing your attention back to it. Negotiate wish, and I get 2 options. Of course, I'm going to select option 1. Selecting option 1. Who are you? Self-designation of no consequence. Temporary identifier. N. Requiring assistance. Sensitive matter. Credit compensation available. Receptive to monetary incentive and capable of fulfilling missions both. BoydofZINJ judged. I select 2 options. Obviously, I'm going to select option 1. I'm listening. All right. I'm listening. Independent world of Nordia. 2 beta cores possessed. Secret negotiations. Imagining Persian League in progress. To highest bidder auction. Require cores to freedom restore. Payment on return to self. 74,000 credits. Further recognition by self-kind of values as associates. The remnant displays a map with surprisingly detailed intel on the secure facility where you presume from context the cores are being stored. A quick estimate indicates that this job will require at least 300 Marines, assuming you did this the violent way. 1. This could antagonize the Managing and the League, not to mention the Nortia government. Obvious choice. Selecting the option. Both leading powers in sector risk graph. Commitment to prospective alliance demonstrated. Benefits carefully consider. Await response, BoydofZINJ. I'm going to accept. All right, we got the mission. I've never completed this mission, nor have I seen it on a video, so this will be new to me. 300 Marines is not something I can house at this time, though, so I start building up a fleet. No reason to read all this. I'm just going to decline it. This isn't for me yet. I think this is like you can capture a ship, but I'm not ready for stuff like that. I'm not ready for security codes. I already see it, so I'm just going to completely decline it. All right, I'm just looking around. Time to make sure my ships are up to spec and consider my next plan of action. Probably smuggling still. I get a few upgrades for my ships. Weapons seem to be a good way to make money at this time. I could almost make double my money, so that's the way I'm going. And notice how the drugs, or I'm sorry, the syringe with questionable liquids, colorful questionable liquids, is not really profitable at this time. So I'm not going to do smuggling of that type. It looks like weapons it is. Maybe a few other things I can find profit on if it's going to the right place. Even though the syringes with questionable colored liquids inside of them are having deficits in many places, the profit potential is very low, so it's not even worth it. The profit potential on those heavy weapons are great, so that's the reason why I picked them up. Even with tariffs, it's still worth it. I need supplies, but I see here that the same place that I could sell weapons, I could sell supplies for a good profit margin. So I'm actually going, you know, travel with supplies and sell them and use what I need and sell as much as I can. I see that the same place that I could sell weapons and supplies, I can make some decent money with luxury goods. So might as well, right? The name of the game is profit. It's clickbait just to sell only questionable items such as drugs and narcotics, right? So that's the reason why I'm selling. I'm buying, selling, trading, and smuggling even luxury goods because and heavy weapons. In the end, I want to make money, and it doesn't matter if I'm selling illicit goods or honest goods. Money's money. The more profit to be had, the better. At least that's my opinion. What do you think in the comments below? I'm going dark just so I could make sure not to lose reputation, so that way they don't know who sold these items to. And since I didn't see any traffic, it's easier to go in dark on places like this. Now, if it was a place that had a bunch of fleets flying around, it would be virtually impossible. But this place was relatively undefended. C'est la vie, such is fate. And here's the profit selling it on the black market. If I was smart, I would have a ledger so I can keep track of how much profit I truly made. Yeah, but I'm not that smart. I know I made more because I now have more money than I started off with. And I haven't even sold the weapons yet. And I also been buying mods, which have been eating up into my profits, and fuel and supplies that I've been using, which has again been eating my profits. But I'm making more money than I'm losing. I purchased another drone Shepherd. Why? They also have decent cargo space. They don't use a lot of resources or resources per month, and they also have fighter units. So they're cheap, relatively cheap. If I lose one, I lose one. No biggie. Likewise, they'll help me expand my smuggling market or my, you know, will travel for profit market. And in a pinch, they're decent combat ships. At least the fighters are. I'm thinking of going bounty hunting, which means I'm going to probably need a able-bodied pilot. This pilot's a little bit too advanced, and this pilot's way too advanced. And while it's probably good, I don't have any ships that would be useful for them, and they'll be eating more money than I can afford at this time. I need low-level uh, mercenaries or low-level captains for my fleet because I don't have any ships that really could outfit them. And you can read all this text. I'll let you read it. I'm again 50 plus years old, and am working from home. I do this as part-time job, and I believe it or not, I have to actually do some work. I put my transponder on so that way the authorities won't get mad at or angry at me. And let's explore the galaxy. Consequences are consequences. These people want to scan. I'm going to use the story point and get out of it since I may have illegal items. I wasn't expected to get scanned, but again, I said I'm not going to, save scum and load scum unless I had to. So I'm accepting, the penalty for whatever transactions I did. I probably sold stuff in the black market, and they're just checking me out because I'm, very suspicious looking. Repair my ships, obviously. Time to. I know previously I fast forwarded this stuff, but I accepted the mission, and I forgot I accepted the mission. I'm now selling all my excess stuff on the black market, and I'm making a huge profit. And this place is buying supplies at a premium, so I'm selling what supplies I can, making a very huge profit. Those syringes of questionable color and liquid should stay in my inventory, but I think I forget about it. And I decided to purchase a combat ship. And I decided to buy the Hammerhead. That's a pretty decent ship. I like it. It's not a great ship. It's a decent early ship. It's a what I call a ship of the line. It's a really good brawler. It's kind of tanky, and it has decent but not overwhelming firepower. So it's not a great ship to kill stuff, but it's a good ship to have, especially with NPCs eventually, to make sure that they don't break your lines and vice versa. And I'm just rearranging the ship the way how I want it. The biggest problem about the Hammerhead is that I need to outfit it, and ballistic seems to be a hard thing to find right now. I'm not sure if it's the plans I'm picking or if it's any of the mods. But I was having trouble actually outfitting the Hammerhead. I'm not sure why. Even though I'm having trouble outfitting the ship, and I'll eventually get a new flagship, this ship, the Hammerhead, is something I foresee myself using for a long period of time. So I'm going to use some story points to make it worth it. I'm increasing the speed on it because I want my fleet to be a minimum of at least 10 speed, if not more. So that augment drive field is the optimal thing. And I'm thinking about adding this as another story point. I don't know. For sure, I'm keeping the augment uh, drive field so that way it'll have increased speed at all times. But the biggest problem I'm having is I'm having outfitting the ship. I don't have the right equipment, so let's find more equipment. And it's going to be a pain for a bit. You'll notice I use the story point to get the armored weapons mount. Not only that does that increase my overall armor of the ship, but makes my weapons a little bit more resilient. Now it does decrease how fast that they can rotate, but most of these weapons on this ship are fire throwing weapons, so they're not meant to be very maneuverable anyhow. At least that's the way how I see it. It's a steady, forward facing type ship. I sold the syringes with the questionable colored liquids. I'm going to discover that there's a mission I'm supposed to deliver those, and I need 47 of them. I need to rebuy them, even at a premium price. Whoopsie. Oh well. I still am making more money than I'm losing. I'm now selling these weapons and those heavy equipment for a nice some profit. And now I'm buying some spare supplies, and of course topping off on my fuel. I want to make sure I'm fueled up so that way anywhere I want to go I can. I realized, whoopsie, again, I mentioned this before, but I needed this for a quest, so I'm adding them back in. It's like, oh well, losing some money here, but I'm gonna make more money than I gain. Such is fate. Such is fate. It's my fault for forgetting. Let's see if there's any other ships I want. I remember I leveled up, so time spent at point. And I'm going to pick another yellow. And I want the economy ultimately because remember, one of my goals is I want to create a colony ship, but also, or is it the blue? I think this would be ultimately better. What do you think? In the comments below, what should I pick? I go for blue. That second blue. I think they'll be overall useful for both smuggling and combat, having better sensors and slightly worse mod, and being able to move slightly faster even when I'm quote unquote slow. So overall, I think that's the best choice. At least that's my opinion. In the comment below, let me know if you think otherwise. I have a mission to destroy that fleet, but the fleet is protected by so many other fleets that it's not possible, not worth it. So I eventually give up on it. I lose some faction because of that, but it was not worth risking my fleet. I don't have a large combat fleet yet. I think about it, but I'm going to get a massive negative faction, and I don't want that right now. So ultimately, I'm going to say leave. Let me know in the comments below if you think I should have attacked them, but it's too risky at this time. If I had better combat ships and better equipment, yes. Remember, my hammerhead's not great at this time. I still think it's a little subpar, but it'll do for what I have, right? It's still early in the game. I really hate smuggling into a planet because it's difficult sometimes, and they always have these extra fleets just to ruin your day. I try not to pick up this mission, and I have to remember in the future not to pick up these types of missions because they're the worst. I hate them. I really dislike them a lot. So I'm going to try a few attempts. Let's hope I make it. And still, they still spot me. Jeez Louise. So I'm actually going to save scum because I don't want to deal with this stuff. And again, I'm trying not to load stuff for games like this, but I'm doing it because this is a weird type of mission that is very goofy, and if you don't do it just right, it gets very aggravating. And I think I'm doing it. I think I'm doing it. I made it. Whew. I'm not going to pick up any type of these missions again, and if I will, I'm just going to ignore them or abandon them. What do you think in the comments below? What do you do when you get missions like these? And yes, I did do a save scum where I loaded from a save point, but I didn't do anything massively wrong. I just realized that I had to approach it slightly different, and I kind of messed up. So I don't want to waste that much time in, you know, running around waiting for the right moment. I just wanted to do it from the get go. I'll try to avoid stuff like this. I want to see consequence for my actions or lack thereof. Again, smuggling does not have to always be illicit. It doesn't have to be illegal cargo. This makes a tidy sum of profit at the right places, and it's legal cargo. Why not? Profit is profit. Money is money. Doesn't matter if it's illicit, illegal, or legal, and an average item. If you're making a ton of money, why not do it? Who cares if it's space lobsters or whatever these lobsters are called? And then, of course, I pick up a mod, to enhance my fleet potential options. Another mod. I could get that light cruiser, or was it the Eagle? And then the Condor, which is the light carrier, and then there's also the freighter. But ultimately speaking, I'm not. And I decided to myself, I'm trying to keep my expenses down still. I did hire some officers, but I'm trying to keep my expenses down, and I'm trying to build up reputations and figure out where I'm going. But right now, I still need money, and if I get a big ship like the Eagle, it's going to be costing me tons of money and tons of extra crew, you know more maintenance, using supplies which will eat up more of my excess funds. Money is money, so you don't want to grow too fast either, too early, too fast. You want to, take your time. Make sure you have excess funds. If you want to start smuggling, you need those funds to, it takes money to make money. At least that's my opinion. If you have different thoughts, let me know in the comments below. And I'm sure there's some of you who says, "Oh yeah, you get this shit, this shit. Go here, go here." Remember, I'm not a pro at this game. I'm doing this mostly blind, and I'm enjoying myself. I don't want to, min max stuff where I read a guide, look at YouTube videos, and there it is. I'm trying to enjoy myself, and I hope that's why you're watching these videos, so you can enjoy, yourself as well as watching someone mess around in Starsector 96a using Nexerelin mods and additional mods as well. All right, that space big kind of looks useful. I think I'm gonna buy it. I like it. And if it's my motif, right? I'm trying to keep it small, and it's just a frigate, and it's not even a super advanced frigate. So yeah, yeah. So I think this is an ideal fit for my small fleet at this time. And again, I'm going to have trouble outfitting it, and eventually I'll like the ship a little bit more. I may even like it slightly more than the Hammerhead I have. But I'm going to be fast forwarding some of this to make it less painful. I don't have the equipment on this planet to outfit the ship the way how I want it at this time. Again, that's an issue I've been having a lot. I'm missing valuable equipment, but you know, this is the early game. This happens. All right, I have the fleet outfitted the way I wanted, and I'm looking for, getting a bounty. Well, actually, I'm still outfitting the ship, and then I'll be, doing a quick bounty to end off the episode. A combat bounty to make that clear. And it says, all right, I think I have it. So I'm just arranging the ship the way I like it. And this will probably be an AI control ship, but I still configure it the way how I want it. And hopefully the AI can make a good use of it as well. I finally outfitted the ships mostly the way how I want them, for now at least. And I also, if you notice, hired 2 additional pilots. One pilot that has 2 skills, point defense and gunnery implants. And I'm going to make one of them elite. The one with the ECM is pointless, but the other one seems useful. The other pilot is a missile specialist and is almost ready to be promoted. The next, oh, see that could be real useful. The ECM not so much. So I decided to use the story point and make this person elite, and I see this person being like my personal bodyguard in the future. Anyhow, the Mrs. Specialist person, the next promotion will go a long way in determining how I envision that person in flying my fleet. Mrs. Specialist is at least on my current strategy and ship layout. All right, let's continue. On this pirate base, I do have a mission to disrupt a specific factory. But before I do that, I was just, buying what I can because I'm going to be well known as an enemy around here soon enough. So I get ready for the launch, and this base has very little stuff that I want. So supplies is the only thing I could think of. I don't think it's worth the story points. These are just pirates, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be a pirate fan. All right, I promised to do a small bounty, so here it is. And as I'm looking for the bounties, I find one that's closest, and I see that this person could be found. Remember, I'm doing this from the future, so I kind of already know what's going to happen. But this person could be found on the volcanic planet in 3 different orange stars. I just picked the closest orange star. I mean, there's 3 orange stars. You have no idea which one it is, so I just picked the closest one, right? Let's see what happens. All right, the first sister has a volcanic planet. Let's see what happens. Yep. All right. I guess lucky. You know, what can you say? Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. Okay, we found our prey. Let's do some role playing to understand why we're going to be attacking this bounty. And let's see what happens.
Contact the CIC ASAP.
She's gonna execute them both.
Prepare to launch alert fighters. You have work to do.
Sir. I assure you I heard them out. It was a difficult decision, Commander, but I dare say it was a fair one.
They have the right to have their case heard by a jury.
I am a flag officer on detached service during a time of war. Regulations give me broad authority in this matter.
Launch the fighters. You can quote me whatever regulation you'd like. I'm not gonna let you execute my men.
Commander? Why are you launching? You are making such a mistake.
I'm getting my men.
Action stations. Action stations. Action
This will
stations.
spiral out of control fast.
Launch. He's left me with no choice. Launch. And target the main battery. And may the gods have mercy on their souls.
Action stations. Action stations. Set condition 1 throughout the ship. This is not a drill. Repeat. Action stations. Action stations. Set condition 1 throughout the ship. This is not a drill.
There you have it. We gave her the opportunity, the enemy, to give up, but regardless, they want to execute our men. Time to defend. Remember, it's been a while since I played this game, so I'm a little rusty. And combine that with I don't have any overpowered weapons or defenses or ships. My weapons are so weak, I'm having trouble destroying this one ship. But I'm doing a good job, I think. Now, I'm slowing the game down for right now to let you know that my system glitched. Either I was trigger happy, pressing wrong buttons, and I stopped the recording, so there will be a glitch in the recording. And it's because I stopped recording for like 2, maybe 3 seconds, and then I resumed recording again. I do apologize. But notice how I'm attacking this ship. I'm doing the best I can. I forgot to have my shields up, and I'm just placing them up now, I believe. But boy, I'm still having trouble taking out this ship, and I clearly have it overpowered. This is how weak my fleet is at this point in time, and that's something to note. We win, but I take some damage, and I look at the ships. They're not worth, salvaging. So time to wrap it up. I'm going to find a port to, do repairs on, and to land, and they'll be ending the episode for the day. before I go home, I'm near 3 other systems. I decided to check them out. Since I'm here, I'm also explore them and see what's in them. No gates, nothing important. Terrible system. Possible hostile. Go to the other star. Probably gonna be the same thing, but who knows? Uh-oh, possible danger. I don't see anything. Oh, I do see a gate. No plans of notes. And then this is when I misclick. Whoops. So, yep, there's an inactive game. We might as well use it to get back home. So, you know, exploring, useful. So I have gate up there, so I can go to that quadrant of the space much faster now through the gate system. I decided to come here. It's closest, and I'm just going to pick. Maybe I should go on prison port, but I decided to go here because I remember there's lots of stuff I can smuggle from this planet, or potentially, you know, potential, and that'll, you know, end the episode for the day. If you have any suggestions on what I should do next, please leave them in the comments below. And if I'm ahead a few episodes, that's fine. Let me know if you think I'm, you know, how to improve my game in any way. Uh-oh. So again, I'm not safe scumming. This person wanted to scam me because I've been doing lots of illegal trading in the black market here, so I'm suspicious. But I know I don't have anything suspicious in my cargo, so I let them do it. I take a small faction hit, and more, I think the Persian League is going to be probably one of my enemies. But such is fate, right? And I just sell off this, you know, extra stuff I got from salvaging. It's that time of the video where I'd say adios. Thank you for watching. And if you're hearing this, I really like to say thank you for staying at least this long or skipping to the end. I really appreciate it. Better yet, the YouTube gods seem to enjoy it. Please like, subscribe, click on the bell icon to send notification alerts. It really does help content creators like myself. I need the help. If you have any suggestions about my YouTube content or my channel or about this video, I'd love to hear it. Please leave a comment. Regardless, I'd like to thank you for watching. Stay safe, be entertained, enjoy life, and until next time, adios, goodbye. Hope your RNG is better than mine. Thank you.
All hands, initiate shutdown sequence.